This is Pam's Kitchen, and I want to try a easier, different recipe so that the younger generation that is in hurry, we might be able to try to work something up here. So we're going to do pumpkin pie, by the way, and I'm using my Tupperware bowl, which seems so much easier for me to lift and do all the things I need to do. So I'm going to use 1 can of pumpkin. Just regular 100% natural pumpkin is all you do. And I just use my Tupperware can opener and just twist that around. I love this because one year my mom and I were making pumpkin rolls and I used another can opener that doesn't do like this one. See, this one's got the Tupperware has the little nose right there. You put it on that can and just lift it right off. And you don't have any strong, sharp edges, as you can see. And what it does is it can fit right back down on there. And one year I used another can opener and it had the sharp edges and it went down into my mix for my pumpkin rolls, so I had to accidentally went down in there. So I don't know how it got in there, but it did. We made like 13 pumpkin rolls that day. And I had to throw it out because you never know when one of them little metal edges is going to get in that lid. So this way you don't have them. So anyway, that's why I use the Tupperware one. Because then if you don't use the whole can of something, like sometimes with pumpkin roll, I have a little bit left. And if I don't feel like finishing it up that day, I can put the lid right back on and stick it in the refrigerator and it doesn't dry out or anything like that. And you could reuse it instead of wasting it. So that's a plus for me. Anyway, I'm just going to take all that pumpkin out of there, out of that can. Let me see here. I need to get me a rag in case I need it. And then, because I like to wipe the cans off because you never know what runs over them. So let me see the date on this. Okay. This is condensed milk. Probably a lot of people haven't heard of a pumpkin pie with condensed milk in it. But this is fat-free, which is not a good thing because I like fat. But we're going to try it. It's best to use fat in it. But I just now seen this is fat-free, and that's probably why I haven't used it. So let's stick all that. Sometimes the sugar goes down to the bottom of that. And you just mix that up. And I'm going to add some brown sugar. I always keep it in my Tupperware canisters because it stays nice. Doesn't dry out. But I'm going to put probably like a half a cup in that. And I don't know how this is going to turn out now that I found out that I've only got 1 can and it says fat-free, so we'll see. Anything fat-free scares me because it doesn't set up like other things. But I don't know, a lot of you may have used fat-free, so that's good. I mean, we'll see how it turns out. Can't go too wrong. This is supposed to be real easy and simple, and if it doesn't turn out the way I'm used to it turning out, then that's because of the fat-free in it. I don't know. I've never cooked with fat-free, so I don't know. A lot of you do. I'm going to put a little bit of ginger in that, about a half a teaspoon of cloves. That's a harder one to get out. And this has got nutmeg and sugar in it, or cinnamon. Nutmeg and cinnamon. So I'll put some of that in. Get it doctored up a little bit. That was about a teaspoon. So that'll darken it up a little bit and spice it up a little bit. If any of you know what else to substitute for the fat, you can let me know. I know you could put butter, but okay. So now you just stir that up real good. You don't want to eat any. There's that all stirred up. And you can take, if you don't have time, I like my Tupperware scissors. Anyway, you can take a bottom pie shell. Make sure this is wiped out good. And just put it in there. Put it in your pie plate. This, I think, is a 10-inch pie, so I'm not really concerned about doodling it up and making it real pretty. I want to see how it turns out because it's been a long time since I've done it this way. Usually for Thanksgiving you make your crusts and you do all that good stuff, and I just want to see how this is going to turn out. That way, if it doesn't, then I'll need to do a little more practice. I mean, I act like I'm an amateur, but I'm not. I've cooked and baked in the restaurants for years and here at home, but I'm just trying to see if there's an easier way and it tastes as good. Because, believe it or not, I am still a busy woman. So we'll just go with this and see what it does, okay? My favorite recipe is the one I have with the brown sugar and evaporated milk. And then I've got one also from Funny Farmer here in Vinton County, and she's been long gone. But when I worked for Rio Grande as an RSVP coordinator, I used to pick her up and take her to places. And she had a column in the paper, in our paper here. And one of her recipes in the RSVP cookbook was an impossible pumpkin pie, which made its own crust. And I was talking to my niece this morning, and I haven't done that one for probably 15 years. So we're just kind of playing around here to see what we can do today. If it doesn't turn out, it's fine. We'll do something else. So you just poke it with your fork, like that. A little bit of poke here and there. And then you just simply put your mixture in that pie. Which, like I said, this is a 10-inch pie plate, so it's not going to be as high as the 8-inch or whatever, or the deep dish. But we will see how it works. That's the main thing. We may not do this route again. But then again, if I go to the store and get some regular condensed milk, we'll see how that goes. So you just kind of stir that around there. I did put a little bit of brown sugar. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Now, we'll just take and flip these edges a little bit. And you'll put it in a 425-degree oven for 10 to 12 minutes, whatever you choose. And then turn the temperature down after 10 to 12 minutes on 425. And then you can cook it for 45 more minutes on 350. So there we go. It's ready to go in the oven. About as soon as I get this out of the oven and see what it's going to do, we'll be back and I'll put a picture down at the bottom. How's that? So anyway, God bless you. This is made with your pumpkin and condensed milk, not evaporated, but condensed, and a pie crust from the store, and your spices, whatever spices you want in it. And it'll be an easy pumpkin pie for the younger generation. But we'll see how this goes, because I did put brown sugar in it. Sometimes when you're a cook and a baker, you just start adding. You can't stand just 2 or 3 ingredients. You got to add. So it comes from the older generation doing everything and taking their time. So God bless you, and I will put a picture of this down at the bottom, and I will cut it to show you if it came out smooth or not. And I will cut it anyway to show you if it didn't turn out that way. We're always prone to mistakes. God bless.